Welcome to another podcast of Beyond the Numbers. You know, when I think about entrepreneurship, I think about the struggles and the time it takes to set something up. But then I realize more than anything else, it's about self-belief. To start something from the beginning, to let it grow, requires a tremendous amount of passion and self-belief. In today's episode, we're joined by one such entrepreneur. This is the CEO and founder of Analytiks, Inc., one of the largest AI training and development companies in Southeast Asia. We're joined by Krishna Tanwani, and we're going to explore the journey that he's had, the lessons along the way, and the next steps for him. Krishna, so glad to have you on Beyond the Numbers.
Thank you. Happy to be here as well.
That's great. I'd like to understand, when you started this company 8 years back, what was the primary driver or motivation for you to set this up?
Okay, so there were actually a lot of factors, I would say. I don't think it was just one factor. Prior to founding the company, I was actually working for another startup where we were developing AI solutions using deep learning technology. And the one thing that I realized was that there was an opportunity where companies needed help to understand where to begin, where to start. So we were trying to sell solutions, but we realized they weren't ready for it. And I saw an opportunity where we could provide the services to fill in that gap and help them actually, use AI properly and, create some impact in their organizations.
Okay. And what's been the biggest lesson in the 8-year journey that you've learned that you would like to share? Lessons, and how did you probably overcome it?
Yeah, so I think a lot of lessons. Definitely, I wouldn't say entrepreneurship is an easy or a straight path or road. In terms of lessons, I think it's about, basically understanding that there is potential where you might have to shift your strategies. So you need to be both persistent, but also open to new directions, which is hard to sometimes find that balance. So I think the biggest lesson that I've learned is it really is all about balance. So if you're going to test out a new strategy or if you're encountering any challenges, there are moments where it makes sense to persevere, especially if you believe in something. But you should also be open to new ideas. If you see the market is shifting, then also have that flexibility to shift or divert your path.
That's a very interesting analogy. In terms of risk, I mean, you've come to exhibit at Seamless. This is your second time.
Yes.
How do you view risk? Are you more conservative or risky that way? And what do you think is your personal identity when you connect with risk?
Okay, so I would say that growing up, I thought I was very risk averse. I used to like to play everything safe. And that was my belief of my own view on risk. But as I got into this journey, I realized that I'm not risk averse. I actually, somewhere in deep down, I actually like to take risk. To give you an idea of that, before starting this company, I actually had two options in front of me. I got a job offer at a very well-established company. It was a great package, and the other opportunity was to just say screw it, I'll just do my own thing and figure it out. And I went for the other option. And looking back at that point, I thought it was a huge risk, but I have no regrets. I think I made the right decision.
Got it. That's good to hear. One last question: what brings you to Seamless 2025 in Dubai?
Okay, so I was at Seamless last year. And I think it was amazing. I met all these great companies, and I think there's a lot of opportunities. And I think Seamless itself is such a great avenue for anyone looking to explore this market to explore those opportunities.
That's great. Where do you see Analytiks, Inc. in the next 5 years?
In the Middle East, definitely. I think that's why we're here. But as a company, I see us growing exponentially. We started out as a services company. Right now, we're developing more products that were for enterprise clients. So we're seeing a lot of opportunity in that space. And I think that's going to bring us a lot of growth in the next few years.
That's good to hear. I'm really glad we had a chance to sit down. And I wish Seamless the best of luck for the next 100 years. Glad to see you at Seamless 2025 and wish Analytiks all the best. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me, Akash.